welcome to my adventures in Second Life. My name is Jeanette Hawkinson. In Second Life, my name is Jeanette Halostar. The first place I visited was the Kudera Zen, which was a Japanese garden that tested our skills on moving around. It showed us how to fly, how to change clothes, how to dance. It also showed us how you could go in water and not drown. Um, It did little activities with the different lantern stops. You got a task to complete, and then you had little quizzes here and there. The next place was the area of multiple intelligences. And the first spot I went to was this posing mirror. You got to do different poses. Then you have the relaxation area. And then what kind of reminded me of yoga, if I could do yoga. And there was just different items to check out in this area. With the multiple intelligences, we were asked to talk about our strongest and our weakest. For me, the strongest is possibly either linguistics or musical. I do communicate a lot through words, written and spoken, as well as through music. I love to have music playing. I've just download music all the time and I have it playing. It helps me relax. And one of the areas in this multiple intelligence spot was the drums, or the musical instruments, and I had to check out each one of them. One being a harp, and I just played with them for a while. And the next thing, and this is probably my weakest point in multiple intelligence, is the logical mathematical area. This game I never could figure out. None of the spots would move for me. So it probably just reinforces that whole logical mathematical being my weakest. They also had a swing on a tree that you could have a seat in and just gradually swing back and forth. Then you had the Bloom's taxonomy area. They had a 3D model here, and you could click on each of these steps and get an example of that particular item. It was a really interesting model to take a look at. You could walk up this 3D model, get closer, be able to read the little billboard they had going on. The next place was the Weather Island, which was created by the Weather Channel. They had different spots that you could visit and learn a little bit more about. You had a hurricane area, skiing area, and a surfing area. You could get your free surfboard, go out there, and just wait for the waves. And the surfing was probably my favorite part of the Weather Island. It was like actually listening to the ocean. The next was EdTech Island. They had lots of little tutorials, different places you could go to visit. They had tools for teachers, video tutorials. They also talked about Teen Second Life, and you know, a lot of us are asking how will we use this in education, and maybe that would help. There was also a section in called Gaming in Second Life, Educational Games and Simulations. And then I start getting into the sites that I picked out. One of them was called Blue Pill Group Island, and they had several different places you could visit. They had a learning space, an art museum, a 3D campus, a theater, and a section called Best Locations in SL. Then we had the International Society for Technology and Education, IST Island. And here they had a multitude of places you could go visit. They had their, what reminded me of a talk show host area. They also had um, a podcasting spot where you can learn more about podcasting, more about blogging. They had a library you could visit. Just right there on the main at the main location, there was just many different options you had. Then I went to the RIT, which is Rochester Institute of Technology. And here was one of the videos that they had.
Many universities and colleges across the world are investigating the use of Second Life as an educational platform. The true power of Second Life can be seen in examples of activities like what is found on Genome Island, where we can fly into a moving cell to investigate each of the smaller components. This is obviously something that could not.
Then I went into real life education in Second Life. This is owned by the Linden owners. They created it. It has a planetarium that moves, so you can sit in it, and these constellations will just move around you. They also offered instructional videos, a public meeting place, tutorials for you to visit. This was a DNA replica creator for you, and there was food in the water. Never did figure that one out. The next one is the Web 2.0 Island, and they had a Twitter cafe. They have many quizzes that you could take and earn a few Linden dollars at the same time. And then my last visit was to Wired. And this place was really interesting. They actually got, they dedicated to understand the many applications for and developing of the workforce to meet the needs of immersive technologies. And their island is actually sponsored by the U.S. Department of Labor Wired Grant in Ohio. And then, of course, what kind of education is it if you can't have a little bit of fun, like on a roller coaster that I found at an amusement park? And then you have collaboration. We met one night after class. All of us were in the full cell area, and we were practicing with putting things on. So these are several of my classmates, and we are just kind of hanging and trying out the different tools, how to wear them. And that is my adventure in Second Life.